Hey, beautiful souls. This is the ending note of Unified. Let us understand what we have to take along. This is the beginning. You have experienced being unified. It comes in its full glory with the feeling of bliss and security. Then, suddenly, as if carried away by a breeze, it vanishes. Your old thoughts come back, some fear, a little anger, and a feeling of separatedness overcomes you. Then that disappears, and the feeling of being unified once again surfaces. That is the expected pattern in these early days. Gradually, the feeling of being unified lasts longer, and the lapses into despair are fewer and fewer. One thing is certain, you have the tools now to be unified with your higher self and all of creation. The continued use of these tools every day can only bring you permanent experiences of God's qualities. They can only bring to you the concrete experience that you are light and not just a physical body. They can only bring the feeling of love to flow to and through you. They can only bring the feeling of love to flow to and through you. For that is to feel yourself. The daily practice of these tools can only bring happiness, a joy for life, and that inner sweetness of bliss. Those are God's true intentions for you. And when you are unified, opposite emotions are impossible. These tools can only bring you thoughts of truth and all knowing intelligence. That is your foundation for perfect right action. Spontaneously, you think and do what is most beneficial for you and all mankind. Your true nature of being unbounded by space and time dawns on you. You are literally everywhere present, as is God. Gradually, the straitjacket of time dissolves. Even your feeling of belonging in a particular place is displaced by a cosmic, universal oneness. Then you experience all of creation at will. These tools bring out your perfection. On this physical level, you manifest perfect health. You live your perfection and can easily see that the same perfection is everyone and everything. Those tools are your source of peace, for your higher self is peace. A gentleness becomes your nature without sacrificing your dynamism. Peace of mind is the price that everyone without it would gladly pay their entire earthly fortune for. It is yours now by virtue of your being aware of who and what you are. These tools easily bring your abundance. Ask and you shall receive. How simple it is now to ask what is truly your highest good and to receive it. Nature is abundant, even extravagant. You bask in the extravagance as an expression of God's love. You can now live a life of forgiveness and non judgment, as God Himself does, knowing what forgiveness really is changes your whole perception of what's happening around you. You are in charge of your own experiences. You have now claimed your highest good. Now, only experiences of joy can come. There is nothing to forgive. The past is gone. By these tools, you realize your own self to be a unique and individual expression of love. You view everyone else as that. Love can only see love. Judging love now makes no sense. So you find yourself accepting and appreciative of all of love's expressions. Even the so called sins of others are seen as merely correctable mistakes in thinking. No sin is big enough to change anyone's basic nature. No judgment can change it either. This is where you are, on the threshold of these experiences of God's qualities. Slip in and out of the experience for a while, then suddenly realize that you are forever returned to your divinity, which you never lost. These tools are more than a gift to you. Now they are your responsibility. Use them as if the future of the world dependent upon you. It does. Your experience of being unified infuses more than joy into your heart. It injects God's qualities into the basic fiber of everyone. Everyone and everything is connected. You cannot experience bliss without sending a thrill of bliss to all of creation. Everyone is affected. The feeling of being unified is very slippery. It offers no resistance. It slips and slides everywhere as you radiate it from your heart. Your responsibility to the world is enormous. Your feeling of being unified is the only thing you can do to bring sanity to the earth. Nothing else you can do will have any lasting effect. Nothing else will make such a profound contribution. Nothing else. By simply being yourself, you can save the world from disaster. If there ever could be a sin that deserved judgment, which there isn't, it would be to ignore these tools now that you have them. It is a tantamount to dying of thirst while camped on the shores of a freshwater lake. Your tools are simple. First, communicate with your higher self in a quiet period daily. Start the communication in the exact step by step procedure and always have your higher self signal. The method is easy and precise. At first, receive wisdom from your higher self. Then ask questions that you've established are in your highest and wisest interest to ask. Use the quiet period to find out what is in your highest interest to manifest with the assistance of your higher self. Say you're creating formulas until your desires manifest. The quiet period and the creating formulas are now your main tools each day. Let them find their place in your daily routine. Second, you have other habits now that mustn't be forgotten. Close your aura to all except your higher self whenever you go into a crowd or any negativity. Clear your aura whenever you get an uninvited influence signal or whenever you have symptoms of an influence. irritability, exhaustion, anger, moodiness, etc. You also want to send thoughts of love to anyone or anything when you think of it, particularly if there is a problem, accident, fight, or other negativity. Third, don't forget the gentle techniques before going to sleep. Send love to those people who pop into your thoughts or unify with God's qualities. These two practices dissolve any accumulated tension of the day and prepare the next day for the feeling of being unified. That's it. That is all there is to this basic course. You may use any of the other tools we examined anytime you want. However, these three steps are your program for from now on for being unified. Welcome home. So we have to just remember all the steps we just learned and practice them, make it our life, and enjoy it each moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you.